Hey everybody, welcome to Life of Sunny Lee. And I have to admit, this has not been the best week. In fact, it's been a very worrisome week and a very sad week. Actually, it's been a week and almost 2 weeks of worry. Will you stop, puppy? Oh, yeah. Haven't got much done. It's been raining and colder most of this week. And when the days that was pretty, we had appointments and stuff. But like I said, it's not been a great week. It all started about 3 Saturdays ago when I found a black spot. Okay, it started 3 Saturdays ago when I found a black dot on my skin. And just, at first I thought it was a tick. And I looked at it. It's on my breast, which I couldn't really see very well. So I did the best thing I could. I took a picture of it and looked at it. And it looked kind of weird. At first I thought it was a tick when I first looked at it until I took the picture. And showed it to my husband the next day, and that Monday he kind of kidnapped me and took me to the doctor's office to get an appointment to see if the nurse could look at it and see if it needed an appointment. And they don't take walk-ins, but when I told them what it was, they got me in within an hour. And the doctor looked at it and said, yep, it looked kind of suspicious. It could possibly be cancerous. And I had 2 choices. I either have a biopsy done by him, or I could go to a dermatologist and have them look at it. And my sister-in-law has just fought breast cancer and won. And so we decided to go ahead and have the biopsy. Not fun. Not when it's on your nipple. The doctor said he'd never seen one there before and wasn't for sure, wasn't all that confident, I guess, not done it before. Anyway, we went ahead and we did it. Believe me, it's something that told you last week, I can take a lot of pain. This one might have topped the charts. Very small needle. In fact, he got the smallest needle he could find. He kept sending the nurse back for smaller needles. And that stuff they put in burnt like a bee sting. In fact, the nurse had to remind me to breathe. That's how bad it was. The biopsy itself was no problem. I mean, cauterized it and everything. And then the problem came afterwards. For the next couple of days, until it quit oozing, I was supposed to put Neosporin on it and change the Band-Aid twice a day. Okay, Band-Aid on that part of the body is not a pleasant thing to have. It hurts when you take them off. And it oozed until that Friday. And it hurt constantly. And they told me to wear the bra to help pad it from the outside, But it still hurt. And it hurt for 8 days. And that is not not a nice thing to have happen. Every time you moved and shifted, it would rub against it and hurt. So we got that biopsy taken care of, and then worrying about that. And then Sunday, I had a bad feeling about my best friend. I had texted her, and I knew she has colon cancer. And I knew she usually writes back, and she didn't respond back. And it took me a couple days to realize that she hadn't responded. So I got her and texted her, and I texted her husband or partner. I texted her son, to find out how she was, and found out that she was in hospice. Not good. And then Wednesday, I got the news that she had passed. And I also got the news about my biopsy on Wednesday. And so Wednesday was a difficult day, to say the least. I've not got anything done in the garden. It's been raining constantly. Pup seems to enjoy the rain. She's outside in it almost all the time. Has no problem with it. And we did go to some appointments. And what else did we do this week? We went down to Jeffersonville one day. And of course, Chris is, he was sick last week, so I had to deal with that. And this week I've had sore throat and coughing and runny nose, so not been feeling well myself. And so I've just been kind of taking it easy. I've been going through files, cleaning them out, getting that done, trying to work inside as much as possible when I feel like it. And just doing the essential things I had to do. Taking care of the animals, training the puppy, cleaning the house, cooking food, and going to appointments. So, not much else has gotten done. But I'm grateful for a few things. And I'm urging everyone, men and women alike, to do your mammograms, to do your breast checks, did colonoscopy. My friend who just passed had colon cancer. She had not had a colonoscopy. She was in her 70s, and when they found the cancer, it was a little aggressive and a little too late. So I urge everyone to keep up on their health. We're so busy taking care of everybody else, men and women both, take care of everyone else, that we don't take care of ourselves. So it's time to take care of ourselves. I've got too many friends right now. In fact, every one of my good friends is battling some type of illness, either cancer, heart problems, or other health problems. So I am urging everyone, no matter what your age, to take care of yourself. Get out there, exercise, get your health testing done, do your exams, and hopefully things will turn out well for you. And I'm happy to report that mine turned out fine. It was just a spot, nothing to be worried about. They told me it was not cancerous. It could never turn into cancer, and it was just a spot, a weird spot, a weird looking spot. He'd never seen anything look like that before, but it turned out fine. So please take care of yourself. On Saturday it stopped raining. The roads are flooded. And I spent 2 hours with Dusty on the front porch watching the people go down our road, only to turn around at the end when they realize that it's flooded here too. They don't seem to realize that when 250 over there is flooded, all the roads on this side are flooded. You might as well turn around and go back to Seymour, because that's the only way you're going to get through. But they don't realize that, and there's a little teeny weeny sign that says the road may flood. So they need to put a barricade up there or something so that people quit coming down here. I know that already the rescue trucks boat has already been out in this area with the ambulance and the sheriffs and everything. So please, if the road is flooded, do not try to go through it. Turn around, go back into the main town, and go around that way. Don't try to get through the low country bottoms, because it's not going to work. Everything down here is flooded. It's like I look out there and I can see water where I haven't seen water before. I kind of tease and say the ocean's up, because that's what it looks like. It looks like the edge of an ocean, because all the water's coming up into the fields and coming up through the woods. There's water everywhere. So Saturday, after putting Dusty up, my husband went to town earlier, and the boys went to Columbus, so I had the house to myself. I had the place to myself. So I went out and worked in the greenhouses and in the garden, trying to get the rest of the stuff planted. I got everything out of the grow room. The grow room's shut down. I shut that down this morning. So I don't get planted today. I will get planted tomorrow. And that's been our week. At least I got something done at the end of the week. So like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody. God bless. Take care of yourself.